Hi, I'm Andy Revell, Instructional Technologies Librarian on the Oxford campus, and welcome to another video from Miami University Libraries. The subject of today's video is going to be a basic article search using this interface on the library's homepage. To begin this article search, the first thing that we want to do is to select a format, and because we're searching for articles, of course we'll select articles. Then in this next box we enter our search terms. I'm going to do stress and academic success. And let's limit our search here to peer-reviewed or scholarly articles. You'll have an opportunity to do that on the results screen if you forget to do that here, but I'll go ahead and do that here. Let's pause for a moment to talk about peer review. When a research article has been peer-reviewed, it has been evaluated by the author's peers, usually 2 to 3 other experts in the field, but sometimes more, for validity, quality, and originality before being accepted for publication. For more information about the peer review process, see the video linked above and in the description. And the final thing we need to do is to select a collection to search. And we'll select articles again. I know it seems a little bit redundant to search for articles in articles, but it's the best way to do this. So now that we've made these 3 selections, we'll go ahead and click Go to conduct the search. The first thing that we'll want to do from this results screen is to log in with our Miami Unique ID and password. The reason that you want to log in is to get access to the full text of articles from off campus. But also, there are a number of features that are only available if you log in, and one of them is the ability to save both searches and articles so that you can come back to them later. We'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. But the first thing that we'll want to do is to use some of these filters over here on the left to shape our search. If you'll notice, we've already limited our search to peer-reviewed journals. The next thing that we'll want to do is to adjust the date range. I certainly don't want anything going back all the way to 1901, so I'll set 2020. And then I'll go ahead and click this box. And I only want articles in this. And I want to scroll down and set a language of English. Let's just use these ones for now and click on Apply Filters. The next thing that we'll want to do is to eliminate some things from our search. You can do that by using these red check boxes over here on the right of the filters. The first thing I'm going to eliminate are these 6 retracted publications. What that means is that an article went through the peer review process, was accepted for publication, and then was found to be deficient in some way, so much so that it had to be retracted. So I'll go ahead and click on this red checkbox to eliminate these retracted publications from our search results. The next thing I want to eliminate is review articles. I'm interested in primary or original research. What review articles are pieces that summarize other people's research, and they can be very useful in the research process when you're learning about maybe a subject that you don't know as much and you just want to get a sense as to what the research is. But I'm searching for original research, so I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the review articles. Okay, I think I've got a pretty good result set here. Let's talk a little bit about some of these results. So I go ahead and click and open up one of these. The first thing I want to talk about is full text. Links to get to the full text of this article are available right down here. Also up here on the top, there's a Get PDF link, and that will give you easy access to the full text of articles that include this. Other things to note are the permalink button, and if I click on this, I get a link to get back to this page. I can click on QR code, and it'll give me a QR code that I can scan on my phone and have this record open up on my phone. I can print this record. I can email it to myself, but I can also get a citation. I can click here on these quotation marks. I get a number of formats here. APA, Chicago are pretty common ones, and then there's some other ones below it. I'll click on APA. Now this generates an APA citation that I can copy to my clipboard and paste into my assignment. One thing to note is that, like any citation generator, these can sometimes include mistakes, so it's important to check it. Let's go back to our results list. In our results list, you'll see a thumbtack on the right of all of these records. If I would like to save any of these articles and come back to them later, I can just click on the thumbtack. And then if I'm logged in and then I click on the thumbtack next to my name, you'll notice that I have those articles that I just saved, as well as others that I've saved from previous searches. If we go back to the results list, you'll notice that we can also save the search query. So if I click on this Save Search Query to my reading list, and then come up here and click on the thumbtack, I can click on Saved Searches, and I could rerun that search if I need to at a later time. And I can also click here on Search History, and it will show all of the different searches that I've done while I've been logged into the system. So that's why I really encourage you to log in first to make sure that you're saving all of this so that you can come back to this at a later time. That's all for now. If you have any questions on searching for articles using this search interface or any other aspect of the research process, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thanks for watching.